will reach the end zone this play. Zipped across, little touchdown. There's Bernard out of the slot. In a marathon march, the Tide draw first blood between the hedges.
What a drive, like we said, it could not have started any better for this Alabama team. Kevin DeBoer told us, his coordinators told us, the players told us that there's a focus these last couple of weeks. After the 2 wins, they're looking forward to the challenge of coming into Athens and having a chance to be able to shock the world and upset them. And boy, if this game is exactly how they wanted it to get started.
Tate and the PAT. And Georgia's defense, Kirk, another slow start. Of course, we look at what happened last year. We could forget that. Slow start against Tennessee, and now they are down a touchdown at home.
Here's the AT&T connected clicker, and here's Bernard, who is lined up initially, trips into the boundary, and when you motion, now you're going to create a matchup. He's got Ellis Robinson, who's following him right here. Looking to create space by going out there. Now you got inside movement here. Here's man-to-man right here on the tight end. That clears, and now you got the open space right there for the touchdown. Good job of timing that up. Good job of waiting for just the right time for that tight end to clear with KJ Bolton. That's an easy inside release. Look at his eyes, right on it. What a drive by the quarterback about his offense on that 14-play drive.
Yeah, it's a tough assignment for Ellis Robinson, man-to-man against Bernard, who can do it all. See, line up in the backfield. He's won for a touchdown this year.
When they tell us he's probably the best football player on our team, that's all you need to know.
That was Ryan Grubb, but he made it slightly biased.
I talked to Kalen about it as well. I mean, it's one of those guys, he can play safety, he does this, he blocks, he's got great ball skills.
They did stay with a week's practice. He can go play on defense.
Yes, says it all.
Zachariah Branch from the 4, and he's stripped up. The Tide fly down the field. That's a nice play to get there very, very early by Lansir Brooks, the wide receiver. To Kevin McGowney in the studio. Hey, Kevin.
Chris, good evening. Time now for our Chick-fil-A moves on the field. Tennessee in overtime in Starkville. Boog, and here comes Deshaun Bishop.
Kid, I love the double ISO from a shotgun. Tennessee getting physical in Starkville and quieting the Cowbells.
All right, 4th and goal here, Dan. Blake Shepard has the chance.
It's a great job coverage-wise by Tennessee's defense, playing top down and driving on the throw.
Volunteers survive. Shaping incomplete. Back to you, Chris.
All right, Kevin Stockton on the move on 1st down. Zipped it to Young on the sideline. That's the SEC, man. You lose a heartbreaker at home in overtime. You come back and you survive on the road.
Yeah, survive in advance. You got a penalty on the other side of the field.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
Little shuffled up front again. That penalty is on Bo Hughley, who's stepping in. Ernest Green, right tackle, out of this game.
Yeah, this is a backup right tackle, 55. You see him as the action goes back to with Branch the other way. You see the right tackle just close to the line of scrimmage and then just continues down about 3-4 yards downfield.
He did a great job avoiding those pre-snap penalties with all the noise and Rocky Top. He makes it 1st and 15, and they makes the play. But Frazier's up and running. Nate Frazier with a quick burst, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of 24 by Justin Jefferson to save a touchdown.
What a job by Michael Morris, the left guard, and the left tackle, Monroe Feeling. Just open that up. You can see as soon as he saw that open up, he accelerates upfield, and they get that big 1st down.
They fake it to Frazier. Now Stockton finds Delp broken up. Hard hit delivered there by Damani Jackson to knock the ball loose from the tight end.
What a play by Jackson. Great job of coming off the receiver that's going downfield, 16, London Humphreys, and then comes back to make that play. Perfectly timed up, clean hit. But Jackson had to worry about the fleet-footed Humphreys going by him, but reacted to the ball in the air with his eyes on the quarterback to be able to make that play.
Ray Hubbard, the safety, just got some fingertips on that football. Chauncey Bowens is the back for Georgia now on 2nd and 10. Tries the left side. Lowers the head, picks up about 4. Got a nice block from Delton, the tight end.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, you and I and Holly, our whole team, we were in Knoxville in Georgia, and we're back and forth with Tennessee. And I remember one of the things we all talked about was how impressive it was to see Georgia answer the bell. Almost, I think it was 5 times they had to respond with an answer of some sort after Tennessee taking the lead, and they just kept coming back. So that's in their DNA, especially fresh off a game, their last game they played against Tennessee.
Got to get 5 on 3rd to get the drive going. Stockton has space, delivers across the middle, incomplete. That was Brad streaking down the middle. Thought he had a chance to maybe pick that up with his legs there.
Yeah, I feel like, he definitely could have picked it up. He had Cash Jones sneaking out of the backfield as well, 32. Look at that open up. All you need is 5 yards. Got a little bit greedy there. He had a crosser underneath with Humphries. He had 32 coming out of the backfield, but instead opts to try to squeeze one in there to Branch, which is a very tough throw.
Stockton coming off the huge game against Tennessee, 0 for 4 to start tonight. Orson back to punt it again. Adams standing at his 15. And the Aussie booms one down there. Fair catch made at the 16. Alabama back to work. You see some of the legendary faces on both sides. Tied 7-0 midway first.
When you're driven by greatness, you chart your own course. Set your own standards. Blaze your own trails. Create your own traditions. Control your own destiny. And let everyone else follow.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them.
Hold on. Is this big enough? We should have music, lights, banners. I need to feel it. Get the most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
This is big. At T-Mobile, get the incredible new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best network. No more coffee for self.
When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and that was one of the greatest days of my life. But that day was ruined by accusations that my birds only won to sell wings. You know what they're saying out there? They're saying that football's only here to sell food.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Turnover?
No, thank you. That's very kind of you. Guys, you got a big problem. You got quarterbacks scrambling, apparently, to sell eggs.
Eggs are delicious. Great protein.
Oh, Baker Mayfield's a bread influencer.
That man does bake.
It's so funny.
Bradley, what is it you want us to do?
Deny the conspiracy. Publicly deny it.
And what? Cover up our blatant attempt to sell America food?
Don't forget your helmet. Football is not a ploy to sell food.
When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats.
Coach here, nobody has more sports content than the all-new ESPN app.
Nobody.
College football, the NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, TGL, the NFL. We have the best championship. The NBA Finals, the WNBA Finals, the Stanley Cup Finals, the US Open, PGA Tour, college football playoff. We got SportsCenter with SBP, First Take with Stephen A, Get Up with Green, College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. All of ESPN, all in one place.
I'm the Lieutenant Recruiter, and I reward full-time fans. Check out this recruit. The ultimate tailgater doesn't just show up, she shows out. This full-time fan deserves a Modelo.
I thought you worked in this house.
Yep. Cantina chicken burrito.
You know what? Let me get something to wash that down with.
I got you.
911 Nashville premieres October 9th on ABC and streaming on Hulu.
Mike Gertrude's bringing the heat, brought to you by Sonic Metal and Alabama Possession.
Todd Simpson was bringing the heat. That Alabama offense is bringing the heat on a 14-play drive to 3rd and 7 early. Man coverage takes off, takes a big hit, makes a great throw to Isaiah Horton for another first down. Just a heck of a individual effort here by Bernard on another 3rd down to be able to pick up another first and then 3rd down and goal. Gets the man coverage look. Bernard once again. They went 4 for 4 on 3rd down on that opening drive.
Ryan Williams not in the game in this first down play. Miller, he's got a protected pad. Bill Russ's collarbone there is an interesting, unusual type of collarbone injury. How he's padded up tonight.
Well, that's right. He had a dislocated collarbone on October 30th. So they have put together this beautiful carbon fiber pad that's sewn into his shirt under his shoulder pads. It's 3D printed, so it's matched perfectly to his collarbone that was scanned. He's got a lot of protection, and he told me he feels very comfortable out there wearing that while he is protected.
Only 9 yards in his first 5 carries. Bernard couldn't corral that high throw. Where it was coverage. Here's the, she called it beautiful. It certainly looks nice. It's effective.
Yeah, hey, whatever it takes. This guy is fired up and a big part of this football team and the leadership of this team. So it's great to see him back and good to see the staff doing whatever they can do to make him feel protected and comfortable. Another big 3rd down. Remember, again, 4-4 on that opening drive that led to a touchdown.
Needs 7. Miller is to the left of Simpson. Dogs rush 4. Simpson steps up, fires across the middle. Catch is made. That's Josh Cuevas, the big tight end. It's making 5 for 5 on 3rd.
Well, I'm going to brag about the quarterback, but I keep going back to this. Give the quarterback a chance to be able to step up. Heck of a job with the interior. The 2 guards in the center gave him that chance. We can talk about Ty Simpson. By the way, good job. That's what you work on in a drill. It's very easy to slip that ball out of your hand with the big fella trying to knock it away. But he does a nice job of holding on to it, stepping up with the lineman helping, and they convert again on 3rd down.
Bernard looking to throw the football. He can do a bit of everything. But he's going to run out of time and get dropped for a loss by Chris Cole.
That's good discipline downfield, not fooled at all. Bernard kind of started to show it a little bit early. Maybe that allowed Glenn Schumann's defense to be able to get back there, but just nowhere to go with the football. In a perfect world, he just throws it away, but the guy's a receiver, right? He's trying to make a play, but a big loss.
Yeah, you don't count on those receivers or running backs to throw it away. He took a 6-yard loss, though, so that was a very challenging series of downs. Rob going for the trickery on 1st and 10.
Ryan Williams has been off the field since some of those mistakes. He's back now on the field here.
Simpson flips it short. Miller out of the backfield. Or excuse me, that's Riley. He collects it and gets back the loss plus a few yards. Laura?
Well, Chris, here's another 3rd down for Alabama. They're 5 for 5 so far, as you guys have illustrated. Glenn Schumann was just telling his defense on the sideline, we have got to be the better team on 3rd downs. You know they are really good on 3rd downs. Also emphasizing communication, being demonstrative with it for this defense, because it is so loud when this defense is on the field.
And Laura, it's such a good point. The outside linebackers for Georgia, kind of a calling card for them over the years. Getting pressure on 3rd down. They've got to be able to get home to affect Simpson. Look at Simpson in total command on the road in front of this environment. He's got to use his last time out for the first down.
Yeah, so 2 possessions and now use all 3 of their timeouts. But you can tell that they're trying to be very multiple. They're trying to put Georgia's defense in stress with a lot of shifts, which is what the war's known for.
Yeah, and that time, the tight end Cuevas, 80, was a transfer from Washington, just not on the same page. You saw he had to go all the way up to him, kind of pat him, moving back over to the right. So that's the aspect of playing on the road in any environment, especially here in Athens, where you just got to make sure everybody hears every call and everybody's on the same page. In my opinion, so far early, 15 doing all he can to offset this crowd noise and really lead this offense. Great quote.
Yeah, he's grown up around ball. His dad, Jason, is the head coach at UT Park, right at 20 years, I think.
20 years, yeah. But the epitome of a coach's son.
Can they convert again? Needs 6. time on the play clock to shift and adjust protection. Here comes pressure. Simpson off the back foot, delivers a throw. Williams makes the catch. Does it quite, or does he have first down yardage? They're spotting at about the 43. Picked up 7. It's going to be enough for another conversion, Kurt.
Yeah, great job. Watch the center go to his right to pick up one linebacker. There's Jam Miller right there. That's part of what you missed with 26 being out. Ability to pick up that blitz. And now you get a chance for Ryan Williams to make a play. And good job of fighting for those extra couple of yards to get the first down. That away, too.
Bernard lined up in the backfield here. Motions out. Simpson again has time, and it's Bernard underneath. Catches it in traffic. Another thing that he does very well. Aguero makes the hit. Just a
little wrinkle by Ryan Brubb. We keep talking about the versatility of Bernard, and you don't always have to line him up out on the perimeter. That time was put in the backfield. Another way to get the football into his hands.
Ben Chile and Miller picks up a few yards. It'll be a much more manageable third down here. They've had success for all ranges of third down.
This is an Alabama team under Kalen DeBoer that away from Tuscaloosa and Brian Tate. They're 2-5 since he's been the head coach. This looks like a team that is laser focused here early in this game. They've got 22 plays, Georgia only 7. And right now really controlling the flow of the football game.
Empty backfield, 5 receivers on 32. Hand off Bernard in that jet sweep motion, and he kind of dances and finds a crease, picks up another first down. I don't know who's come into this place as a visitor and gone 7 for 7 on 3 down to start a game. Has that ever happened?
Doesn't happen, but watch him set this up. He goes in here, he draws the attention, and then he pops out to the outside. Good block there by Horton, and a good job of being aware of exactly where he needed to go to set that up to get the first down yardage.
Just unheard of efficiency for an opponent in this place.
All 11. It's not just one guy, all 11.
Deep drop. Simpson looking across the middle and delivers a strike. And the tough catch made by Lazir Brooks. Took a blow, but picks up 19.
Well, I am such a fan of what we're seeing right now from Ty Simpson. How comfortable he is with his rhythm. Puts this ball, not afraid at all. The linebacker right there in the middle. Got it out decisively.
Miller is able to with some tempo here in the red zone. Bouncing off people. Riley picks up about 4. Alabama dominant in this first quarter between the hedges and Athens, Georgia. Up by 7 and threatening. Impressive. This crowd is impressive. Surprised, to say the least. End of 1 in Athens. Back after this message, and we're your local ABC station. You're watching the SEC on ABC.
Good morning. Hey. Good morning. New Dunkelax Liquid Gel with Liquid Core reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight for relief that feels amazing. New Dunkelax Liquid Gel.
Where's the beer guy?
Bud Light here. 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 Are this actually you?
That's your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
The Jimenez family are having battery issues. But a friendly AutoZoner tests their battery and helps them find the right Duralast battery to get back on the road.
He's just been really distant lately. Maybe he's scared of commitment. Or getting hurt. What do you think?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, Bridgewater, you're in.
Teddy Bridgewater, backup, listener.
If only there were backups in real life.
Go.
So we've been
But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
a different person.
You think he's scared of commitment?
Exactly.
You're not a mechanic. It's not your job to fix him.
All new AFB will make you laugh until it hurts. Sunday on ABC.
We got a sandwich foul? I'm gonna call lunch audible to this new Jimmy John's toasted pizza sandwich. Encroachment! Flag on the plate!
Do you even know what you're saying?
Oh, I'm certain I don't.
Let it storm. Let it thunder. Fly as long as deep as a river, come rain or come shine. Days may be cloudy or sunny, but I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, rain or shine. Rain or come shine.
This is Judy and Pedro. They just bought their first home and are learning a lot. Thanks to Google, Pedro knows more than he wanted to about gravel. And Judy wouldn't call herself a plumber, but she dabbles.
Wait, how do these things work together?
Honey, I did it!
So far, they've learned one thing about homeownership is that there's a lot to learn. Good thing you can just ask Google.
I feel like I'm a teenager again. I'm a smitten kitten.
Set for the second quarter in Athens, the SEC on ABC. Saturday Night Football is on by Capital One. Alabama has come on the road, executed beautifully, and is now trying to add to a 7-point lead. Georgia ran just 7 plays, made 1 first down at 31 yards in the first quarter. Miller patiently makes his way, kind of waits for a crease to open up, falls forward. It's going to set up 3rd and short.
They've been doing it so far throughout this entire game. Ty Simpson, 5 of 5, 59 yards and a touchdown on 3rd downs tonight. See if the line can give him time again.
Going to try to run for it. Miller, can he get the edge? He does. He does get the first down. Jan Miller, welcome back. They have missed him the first few games.
Good job here again by this offense, mixing up looks, mixing up the personnel groupings, keeping this Georgia defense on its heels. Expecting maybe a quick throw. Instead, they run, bounce to the outside, get the yards.
Big Gabe Harris unable to keep the edge there. The Tide with first and goal. Fake it to Miller on the one. Simpson launches it. Touchdown, Isaiah Horton. And the Crimson Tide. Unbelievably efficient start on the road here for this offense.
It's another 14-play drive, and what you'll love to see is watching Horton work back with his quarterback. This is incredible, almost like it was designed. Watch him stop, feels the defense, and then works back to the left, and Simpson locates him for that touchdown. Almost looked like they wanted the defense to fast flow, and then Horton just goes immediately back towards the middle of the field, and Ty Simpson, who was just in a zone tonight, locates him for that second touchdown pass.
Who does this? Back-to-back 14-play touchdown drives from Alabama. 8 for 8 tonight on 3rd down. Simpson, who was the hottest quarterback in the country the last couple of games, picking up where he left off tonight.
Any phone looks impressive in a shiny commercial. But does it still look impressive under your bathroom sink?
Gemini, my wedding ring just went down the drain. Show me where to start.
Unscrew the slip nut so you can remove the drain trap. Just make sure to put a bucket down.
Okay, time to get to work. I'm an angel. I'm in charge of saving people from texting and driving.
You telling me I have a budget, guardian angel?
I switched your life.
You can't sleep here.
Jeff's life. Why am I holding my own trash? I tried to show him wealth wouldn't solve his problems.
And?
It solved most of his problems.
Good fortune.
I want a meeting with God.
God! It's Jeff!
Rated R. Only in theaters October 17.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can simply arrive or make an entrance. Stick to the agenda or experience something unexpected. With IHG's 20 hotel brands, you can guest how you guest.
Right this second, at some pool party somewhere, someone really wants a soda.
Really go for
But that seems someone's stuck. Between like way too much syrup. And what is that, diet water? What if there were a better soda?
Ladies,
Oh, hey girl.
stop spiraling. Get a poppy.
Duh. A soda with 5 grams of sugar? Iconic. I'm dancing too. You can't sing it, you just have to take my word for it.
Well, you Heismans are a little far from the house.
Sheriff Boz, what seems to be the problem?
I bet you it's the horse driving the cart thing.
Bingo, Barry. Can he even see?
Not a lick.
Out of the car.
Here we go.
Dispatch, I got a horse behind the wheel.
What?
The 295 horsepower Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek.
Domino's Best Deal Ever is back. Any hand-tossed, pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Last time you got
Sausage, bacon,
Chicken, spinach.
beef, buffalo sauce.
What are you gonna get this time? Get Domino's $9.99 Best Deal Ever before it's gone.
Your Monday morning starts with football, Stephen A. and GMA.
Yeah.
And Lionel Richie and Tim Allen are here live. Monday only on
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
That pep talk Ty Simpson gave his teammates about using the adversity, the hatred around them as fuel. Can't use it better than they have in the first 16 minutes of this game. 2 long touchdown drives, efficient, and Kirby Smart is down 14-0 at home for just the second time ever. Here's the playbook brought to you by Liddell Kirk.
When you start a game with back-to-back 14-play drives, you flatline a stadium on the road. That's what they've done. This guy has been in a zone, in command, making checks before the ball is being snapped, making sure protection's on the same page, throwing accurate passes. Here's the last touchdown pass to Horton. And then when you look to break, this is what was happening here. He's down here talking to the kickball team. He's talking to the defense. This guy is locked in. And think about it, Chris, you bring up a great point. The whole world turned on them outside of that locker room after week 1. And this team is clearly rallied around Ty Simpson and each other.
Stockton and Georgia, great pedigree coming from behind, though. They won't panic here. It's Zachariah Brandt dancing for about 8 on the far sidelines.
Now it's about Georgia. Mike Bobo, the play caller, staying calm. 13:50 to go in the second quarter, down 14. You're still sticking with the playbook, which means getting the ball out quickly to Branch. Still trying to find matchups where you can win downfield. They got a great group of receivers that can get downfield.
That has been tough. And yes, they lost that Florida State, made a couple big plays, but they're very good at limiting big plays so far through 3 games. Chauncey Barnes busts loose, sprints down the sideline. Savani Jackson couldn't corral him, and the Dogs in business now.
But right now you have 2 true freshmen on the right side of this offensive line. How about that? 2 true freshmen going against Alabama. Look at the big fella, 73. Gaston does a nice job along with Delp, the big tight end. And this is a Georgia team that when they went to Tuscaloosa, if I remember right, they were down 28 and fought back to take the lead. So they know what it takes to get back in any game.
Their last game at Tennessee, on the road down 14. Stockton moves the throw, wide open, Coleman Young for touchdown. How's that for an answer? Can't be surprised, can you?
Right on cue. Alabama rolling the dice. They've been blitzing some safeties. When you do that, You don't have anybody back there to help out. It's one-on-one. And as you just said, how they've got guys who can go downfield. This is a slant and go. The eyes of Devontae Jackson are in the backfield. No safety behind help. And an easy route by Colby Young and Gunnar Stockton to be able to make that throw for an easy touchdown.
Peyton Woodring for the PHA. That was a tough two-play sequence for Jackson. Missed the tackle on the perimeter and gets beat deep. And Georgia, a minute 13, takes it 75 yards in 3 plays. No surprise, the Dogs quickly respond. Lead cut in half here, early second quarter.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Adventure X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
The moment is upon us.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I was getting a cake.
This Adam is on WhatsApp.
Everyone here?
Yep, everyone on the WhatsApp group got the event invite and the location change. This Adam is not.
Is everybody here? No one showed up.
Well, I texted the group. We moved it to your place.
But with all the RSVP texts, no one noticed the location change. This party was a huge. While this one was just a tiny. Sorry, Larry.
There's no one hiding.
When you're young, you don't just get handed trust. You have to earn it. By hand. You listen and ask questions. And see the way things have always been. But like never before. You realize time doesn't make something timeless. It's timeless. So if you want your name to last forever, you have to build your legacy. One step at a time.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. From the first bite to the last bite, that bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, you have those three things together and it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal, it tastes great, it's delicious.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Kirby Smart's offense strikes back. The question is, can they slow down Ty Simpson defensively? Here's how they cut the lead in half.
Yeah, again, you can see that the corners on islands. You had a 14-point lead, very risky, aggressive approach, but that's how Alabama came into it. But King Womack goes to his team. Hey guys, hey, we're fine. Watch this play. That's on me. He tells everybody, guys, that was on me. That was on me. You know, you play with a 14-point lead, even though he's an aggressive defensive coordinator. And they'll just keep the ball in front of you and not give up the explosives. But great job by him talking to the team when they came off the field.
How they utilize this with Ty Simpson. They're trying to slow his mind down using various techniques.
That's right. This is the first time he's playing between the hedges. And he said sometimes out there my mind can be racing with everything that's on me. They did a team box breathing meditation workout this last week. He said, I've been using it on the sideline. 14 breaths in. You hold it for 4 breaths, 4 breaths out. It calms the autonomic nervous system. He said it's really been helping him slow his mind down so he can sharpen fast on his progressions but not racing in his mind.
Holly, I try that when I wake up at 2 in the morning. I try to do that 4 and 4. Just get that Zen moment. Doesn't work for him.
Doesn't work. No. Simpson looking to throw on first down. Flips it a screen. And that's Riley. And Riley's loose down the far sideline. This guy was a fifth string back in camp. He just patiently climbed up the depth chart, making a big impact.
And I love the call here on 1st and 10 because look at Georgia. They're bringing pressure. Good job of baiting him. Now you got the convoy in front. But watch, they got a chance to make this tackle right there, and it's missed by Ellis Robinson, who's known as a cover corner. They got to make that tackle on the open field, but a good play call, good job of the lineman getting downfield, a good tough running there by Riley to get positive yards into Georgia territory.
You call the screen, you know the defense is going to be all fired up off of that touchdown, and they use that aggression against them. Tied right back in Georgia territory. Bernard in the flat, gets a block from Ryan Williams to give him credit. He did a good job with the perimeter that time, Kirk.
Yeah, you sit on the bench and you're going to get the attention of players. It's Ryan Crubb, Chris just mentioned. They've been with Kalen DeBoer throughout much of their coaching careers together. After Kalen DeBoer went to Tuscaloosa, he decided to stay in Seattle. He worked for the Seahawks for a year. Things didn't work out, so he's back now working with Kalen DeBoer. And I tell you, he is off to a great start himself, with a real good feel of what to expect from Kirby Smart and Glenn Schumann from this Georgia defense.
2nd and 8. Tide don't have any timeouts left. Play clock winding down to 3. And they hand off to Riley, who slammed down at the 45. It'll be another 3rd and long. The Dogs get off the field.
The challenge to run between the tackles against Georgia's the movement, so much movement, slanting and angling. That time able to slip off of the blocks.
Dogs still trying to get adjusted over there. Some confusion with the defensive side. Simpson has time, and now rolls and fires incomplete on the far sideline, delivering a bullet. But Rico Scott couldn't work his way, and they finally are unable to convert on 3rd down after going 8 for 8.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I saw the same thing. Georgia just trying to get on the same page. Simpson looked that way. I think he thought he maybe had an opportunity with miscommunication. He really locked in on 11, Rico Scott, but Scott did a pretty good job working back to the ball. But finally, Georgia gets Bama off the field.
That's his first really inaccurate throw tonight. A fastball that was way outside. So Blake Dowd trying to pin the Dogs back. Boots a line drive, which is bouncing and fielded on the bounce by Branch. Apparently it already signaled a fair catch, and they'll have the ball at the 6 to start. 2 Monday Night Football matchups. I'll be with Lewis, Dan, Katie, and Peter. Down at the Dolphins and the Jets, Bengals and Broncos at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on ABC.
I know Cincinnati fans are fired up to see if they can keep it going, get it going rather against Denver. I know they're anxious if the Cincinnati Reds are up 6-2 tonight.
Work that in.
Yeah, had to work that in.
Anxious Dolphins and Jets fans. Something's got to get hot rolling the green team.
Somebody's going to get a W.
All right, Stockton on that electrifying drives minutes ago from the 6. He's Nate Frazier knocked down after a short game.
Developing situation for Alabama at defensive end. Q Rusaw, their starter, is out right now, being evaluated for a lower leg injury in the locker room. His backup, Marion Latham, suffered a back injury Tuesday. He's been in ICU in the hospital. I'm told he's back home watching this game. 42. Dante Pierre is in there right now, guys.
He's a talented pass rusher, but Russo's a key part of this defense. So, trying to get you information as that story develops. 2nd and 8. And up inside, Frazier. Fumble the football, and Alabama recovers it. Lawson fell on the football. Bray Hubbard, who's a playmaking safety, knocked it loose. Wow.
Chris, tonight, Hubbard as a safety has really been acting like a linebacker up there the line of scrimmage on almost every snap, unless it's an obvious passing down. And this time, his instincts pay off, filling up tight to the line of scrimmage, puts his shoulder pad right on the football, and eventually knocks that ball away from Nate Frazier. And Bama jumps on top of it. Looked like Deontay Lawson. Look at that torn tackle, ball's out.
Hubbard is just a playmaker. He's already got a couple of picks, and now a forced fumble. And Alabama set up the 11-yard line with the first takeaway tonight. Miller tries the middle. And Georgia claims momentum. The touchdown pass. Bama able to flip the field, pin it back. That's right. A big moment in that quarter.
And that's called complementary football. Coaches talk about it. If you can't score, get your special teams unit out there and you pin your opponent as far back as you can. And you get a turnover. Now you got the short field. Can you capitalize?
Miller again, as they test the middle of that Dogs defense. He said how tough that is. KJ Bolden, the safety, came downhill and made the stop. It's going to be third down.
Yeah, much like we saw with Bray Hubbard, KJ Bolden down inside the 10-yard line. He is basically acting like an extra man down, like another linebacker. Nobody able to climb up to him. So yet another third down to this Alabama offense. 8 of 9 to open up this game on third downs.
35th play. We have one already, midway second quarter. Miller in the slot to the left. Simpson looks to the right, fires end zone, battle for the football, incomplete. Looking for Bernard, who's broken it up by Ellis Robinson. He had a tough start to this game and a nice play there.
Yeah, Ellis Robinson, we talked about how he has got great cover skills. You practice this all the time against your own receivers. Get in phase, get into the face, and then get your head turned around and be able to get that arm timed up perfectly to knock it away. Doesn't get much better than what Robinson does on that back shoulder fake.
They trust Bernard in those contested catches. He's got great strength. Robinson makes the play, and now Connor Talty on for a chip shot. And the Tide convert the fumble recovery to 3 and stretch the lead to 10. Feature back in this offense, Nate Frazier. Do not expect him to make a mistake like this, but the Dogs defense stands up and keeps Bama out of the end zone.
The way of water connects all things.
This Friday,
I see you.
experience the movie event that made history.
This is our home. This is our family.
We must protect the people.
Let's get it done.
Avatar, The Way of Water, rated PG-13, Friday, exclusively in 3D. Get tickets now.
On a slippery Fansville.
I'm number 1.
Look, our QB's on a draft slide.
Any minute now.
Oh, he's going.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's up everything.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
With Dupixent, stay ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema with clearer skin and less itch. The #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists helps heal their skin from within, so the allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's doctor about Dupixent.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Current eligible GMC owners get 0% APR with a total value of over $12,000 on this Sierra 1500 model. That's 20% below MSRP.
I'm stumped. Friendly insurance lizard, first letter G.
Geppetto? Come on, you just switched to Geico for car insurance? They knew exactly what you needed?
The friendly people at Geico weren't lizards.
think European accent, yay big.
Napoleon?
No.
Not even a lizard.
Maybe I can help.
No way, it's the Geico Gecko.
This guy knows crosswords. 64 across is quibble.
Thank you.
Get more support.
Is that how you spell fracascia?
Get more with Geico. Monday Night Football. Jets Dolphins on ESPN and Bengals Broncos on ABC.
ABC's Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Alabama, 7th takeaway of the season. They have yet to have a turnover. Ashton for free. Lead back to double digits. And Branch will leave it in the end zone. Laura, it was a bye week for the Dogs, but a big moment for Gunnar Stockton last weekend.
He's a humble guy, as you know, Chris, but he did get a lot of recognition, getting his jersey retired at Raven County High School there in Tiger, Georgia. He said it was great to be back with so many people who loved him so well, getting to catch up with some people as well. He's a man of few words, though, Chris. He wanted to just get right back to business, and we were trying to give him some credit for getting the jersey retired.
Yeah, but his big smile said it all, didn't it? It's about 90 minutes north of here, very northern part of Georgia. Handoff. Branch looking for room, but losing yardage. Trapped back inside the 20. Yonze Pierre is a twitched up pass rusher, got there in a hurry.
He sure did. You just talked about him, you and Holly, and boy, he's taken advantage of these first few weeks, doing a great job of rushing the quarterback, and now being asked to make more plays on the early downs, and that time did a really good job of looking into the backfield and getting through a potential double team to be able to make that tackle for a loss.
That's the coaches. Who are your most explosive, twitched up pass rushers? He's not on the 2 deep. That was the first thing he said. Pierre Stockton zips it. The catch is made by Colby Young, who shows that strength after the catch and hustles for a first down across the 35. Picked up 17.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see from a receiver. They say this entire group is the most unselfish group maybe on the entire team. Here's an example of the effort and attitude led by Colby Young, 6'4", 215, makes that catch, and it fights for another 5 or 6 yards through Bama defenders.
Second year of Georgia's battled injuries throughout his career, but when he was out with the Canes, very productive record, and you're seeing why this year when he's healthy. Owens cuts it back, leads forward for about 4.
It's good to see Tim Keenan back in the middle of this defense, 96 in white. He's been out, and he brings maturity and also experience and toughness. And I'll tell you what he also brings is size. He eats up those double teams and frees up the backers to make a lot of plays, especially getting through the teeth of that defense.
Eats up less than he used to. He was 400 pounds when he got here out of high school. Now he's a svelte 320. Stockton delivers a strike in traffic. It's a first down near midfield. London Humphries has got that huge 4th down touchdown at Tennessee last game.
Yeah, Georgia hasn't had many opportunities in his first half, and that's a credit to what Alabama's been able to do, converting a lot of the third downs. They've been able to possess the ball. This is only the play coming up, only the 17th play that Georgia's had here in this first half. Look at the time of possession advantage. So the minimum opportunities that you're going to get, you got to capitalize when you get them.
Josh McCray, the 240-pound hammer, who scored that overtime touchdown in the game as pass protector. Stockton flush, and he'll be sacked. It's a short sack, but Hill got him.
Well, this is, I think, the area that we talked about in Tennessee. It's a pretty good job of picking up the potential pass rush right here. And watch how he's got time. There's really no need to get out of there. He's got time, and that's the area I think you're going to see Gunnar Stockton, the more experience he gets. He's so used to relying on his legs to make a play. You got to trust it, go through your progressions, and get that ball out.
And off inside, Bowens busts loose. Chauncey Bowens galloping down the sideline, knocked out inside the 10 by Jackson. Picked up 43.
Chris, watch the 2 guards, 56, Morris right here, and watch 63, the freshman. They just push the entire Alabama defensive line, just flush them down, and then opened it up for Chauncey Bowens. Morris is a veteran, fifth-year senior, and 63, Dontrell Glover, a true freshman. Both do a great job of giving 33 a chance to hit that crease.
Bowens a big man that has that gear. First and goal, Dogs. Quick pitch to the edge. Catch made. Nice hands catch by Zachariah Branch, who spins down to the 5.
It's an RPO, or if you get a chance, you get a 2-on-2 matchup. They want to flip it out there because they trust Zachariah Branch to make a play. We saw that in the Tennessee game. It led to a touchdown. He can either hand it off, or if he's got the numbers, flip it out there. He decided to flip it out, got a few yards.
Gray shifts over to the right on 2nd and goal. He's got the football. Here's a huge short yardage hammer who won 10 rushing touchdowns a year ago. Was over part of this deep staple in Athens.
He was the hero in Knoxville, fighting for every inch. Eventually, replay gave him the touchdown in overtime to celebrate that victory for the Georgia Bulldogs.
No fun to tackle late in the game. Anytime for that man.
Yeah. They will lean on you with 4 or 5 guys trying to wear you down that second half.
Power formation on 3rd and goal. Gray again. No! He is met in the backfield. Huge collision. LT Overton said, not this time.
Boy, did they do a good job of, again, slanting and just being physical. Watch them push through this Georgia front. You remember, Alabama gets the ball to start the second half. Georgia, as we talked about, sensing an opportunity, haven't had a lot of them. 4th down, they want to go for it.
They've been very successful on 4th. 5 for 5 with 3 touchdowns scored. Stockton from the pocket, pressure, flips it short. Bowens fly it down as he's dropped at the 2-yard line.
They're going to get defensive holding, I think, on Georgia in the secondary.
Alabama?
On Alabama, this should be a 1st down.
Result of the play is one of the short of the goal line. Early defense.
It was on Xavier Brown, who was locked up 1-on-1.
That's confused. They did not decline the penalty.
No, he didn't take it. Here it is, matched up 1-on-1 with Colby Young. The inside, little stutter, grabs around his waist, and that's where the flag came in. So Georgia doesn't convert, but gets the big break for the first to go.
McCray's the back, 3 tight ends in the game. And Bowens is going to be stopped in the backfield. 2 backs in the game. It was Bowens who took the turn, and he's actually stopped behind the line.
Well, that's what you want to see from Alabama. That's called, penetration, shooting gaps. That play never had a chance with the penetration you had on that left side by Alabama. Not just the defensive line, but linebackers timing it up perfectly as well, shooting gaps.
It's Micah Morris, the 5th-year senior left guard, already injury depleted O-line for the Dogs. Athletic trainers looking at his left leg.
Yeah, it looked like it overextended when he tried to pull to get out in front.
It's just mayhem down there in the pit.
It is.
300-pounders all over the place on both sides.
And when he tried to pull out of it, he's a big man. Watch 56 up to the top left. See that? Kind of gets stretched out there. Look at the white jerseys. Lawson, 0, the leader, ends up getting in there to make the play. Good to see him walking off.
Right, kind of a hyperextension.
Yeah.
Planted.
Yep.
You said it's important, Alabama getting the football to begin the second half after deferring coin toss. So, Inland Ward's team protecting that 10-point lead.
They already have a bunch of, with Green out, you got Juan Gaston, a true freshman, that's been playing some right tackle with Hughley, and now Morris goes out. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Glover and how they mix and match with the injuries they have.
Glover, another true freshman who had to step in against Tennessee. Man, it's tough to be 1 year removed from high school and be out there playing that position in this conference.
This. By the way, they're Gaskin 73 is 6'7", 360 as a true freshman. Glover 6'3", 320. Both out there.
Hughley back in the game. Kirk at right tackle. After the loss, it's going to be second and goal from the 2.5-yard line. McRae and Bowens both in the game, as are 3 tight ends.
And Gunnar Stockton's legs, always a potential factor down in this area.
The unusual 23 personnel for the Dogs. On the pitch, walking in for the touchdown is Bowens. And Georgia hits back again.
It doesn't matter what Georgia goes through. This is a team in 2025 that will make adjustments, keep their poise, and never give up. They just keep fighting. That's what Kirby Smart prides himself on, and his team has shown that. They showed it in Knoxville. They've shown it tonight here at home to get back into this game.
75-yard drive, 11 plays, almost 6.5 minutes, and a 3-point game, 2 away before halftime.
It's a big score, and you're going to see Delp, the tight end, work his way over, give him an extra body to be able to pick up a nice block there. Really, it's just once they get the seal block, you see 7 also Lucky involved. They're just really walked into that corner for an easy touchdown. But again, a great response from Georgia after they gave up 3 after their own fumble, come right back and put 7 on the board.
Who's got the hot hand? A number of guys do, but tonight it's Bowens who's averaging almost 14 yards on his 6 carries, already 82 yards rushing, had the big 43-yard sprint a few minutes ago. And that old toss sweep to the pounder. Georgia fans love to see that. A lot of great tailbacks over the years have got touchdowns on that kind of play.
I saw it firsthand with Garrison Hurst when we played Georgia in a bowl game. They just walked to the corner. Herschel Walker, Terrell Davis, I mean, the list goes on and on.
Pickups getting set way past the end line. So let's see, with 2:08 to go, knowing they get the football and start the third quarter, knowing that Simpson's been hot, what do you do here, Coach?
You got no timeouts. You're going to play with some urgency probably once you pick up that first down. But this quarterback, let's face it, as far as first halves go, on a road in this environment, couldn't have gone any better for Ty Simpson. He's in total command. Let's see how he works here in this 2-minute drill. At the very least, try to get the field goal range. It's called the 2-minute timeout.
Williams in the slot to the right. Now he'll move out in between the tight end. Testing the middle again. C.J. Allen wrestling Riley down, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. So the time pick up 2 to get this possession going. And they threaten to add to this 3-point lead.
Papa John's went all in creating a new Papa Dipper. Our first pizza designed for dipping. It comes with the garlic sauce flake, 3 new flavors, plus the original. This is dipping done better. The new Papa Dipper. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Like when I call Celebrity Cruises. Nothing comes close.
events and they ask me questions, hey, what do you recommend? You know, do I go with wood? Do I go with TimberTech? It's always a no-brainer for me. I'm always telling them to go with TimberTech, and they're always asking me, well, why TimberTech? There's 10 different options out there. And the answer is just grab some samples. I mean, there's just so many different color options, different textures. It's easy to work with, fire resistant, and the maintenance, you can't argue that. If you want low maintenance, go with TimberTech. It really changed the game for me. What can I tell you? It's a great product.
Touchdown! Will they play it safe or make the bold choice and go for two?
Go for it.
Go for two! Rounded on Secchi's. They're going for dose. No Secchi's. Always go for dose.
Say goodbye to multiple daily insulin injections and say hello to Omnipod 5. It works with your CGM sensor to adjust insulin automatically, helping protect you from highs and lows, day and night. Plus, it's tube-free and waterproof. Life gets bigger when diabetes gets smaller. Request your free starter kit today. Go to Omnipod.com for terms and conditions, risk information, and instructions for use. Consult your healthcare provider before starting on Omnipod. Omnipod. Simplify life.
So our wedding's in a couple of weeks. I've been thinking things over. I just needed to tell you this face to face.
Oh, don't say it.
You're gonna be eligible to become a member of Navy Federal Credit Union because I'm an Air Force veteran.
Oh.
My whole family can join, and you could get unlimited 2% cash back with the Cash Rewards Plus card. I know this is a lot.
Wow, all veterans and their families can join. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Forward halftime report, minutes away with Boog and Dan. Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss, they make a statement over number 4 LSU. We'll hear from Kiffin and Brian Kelly. Meanwhile, how about this development? And we've got Vandy going to Tuscaloosa next week, undefeated. 5-0 for the second time in 80 years. Diego Pavia matching a school record with 5 touchdown passes. Back to you, Chris and Kirk.
Kevin, thanks. Good to see Orlovsky in there, man. Buddy, he didn't do enough. He's lacking. Let's throw him in there. Saturday. Ryan Williams in reverse. Williams scoots quickly for 11. Just one catch after the early drop, but picks up 11 on the ground.
Yeah, another way of trying. We saw that with Bernard a little earlier, just trying to find ways to get some of their speed, get their hands on the football here, able to get a first down, and on top of that, get out of bounds. Still no timeouts. Minute 54. No, you don't have to be in that NASCAR urgency, but obviously you got a quarterback who's in his 4th year, and knows in his 1st year as a starter. He's seen this and understands what needs to happen, but the operation not clean. They can't call a timeout. They're down to 9-8-7.
The play's under review. They're going to take a look at this to see if he got the first down or not.
Okay, great.
That explains, Bill, why they were standing around. As you said, you don't want to take a 5-yard penalty here. See where Williams crossed out. Oh, football is behind the marker when the foot hits the paint.
About a half yard.
So instead of a first down, John Allman, the replay official, they figure a quick review to take that back.
And on one hand, he's keeping that ball to the outside to protect himself from the ball getting batted. But wouldn't you love to see, once he turned the corner, awareness of where that first down marker is, just, you know, as you're going out of bounds, just kind of stick it across that line to get the first down, just to make it crystal clear.
It'll be 3rd and 1, perhaps less than a yard for DeBoer's offense, assuming they do reverse this call of a first down. You know, you mentioned not NASCAR. Tempo is something that has given Georgia, like all defenses, trouble. Certainly Tennessee, whenever they crank up the tempo, and nobody plays that fast, we're able to really trouble Georgia. Ron Grubb did say he would use it tactically tonight.
This is where you want to use it tactically, but not that blazing tempo. But you got a quarterback that's in a zone, a quarterback that understands down and distance, not taking a sack, throw the ball away. Tricky part is not having any of the timeouts left.
And Georgia has all 3, so if they do get the stop here, chance to tie or perhaps take the lead before halftime. Miller and Bernard in the backfield along with Isaiah Horton. And on the perimeter, it's a trick play, and it works. Interesting. 3rd and 1 as Bernard flips the pass to Horton. Two guys who've scored touchdowns tonight combined to move to 6.
Well, first of all, you give a different wrinkle with the formation that you pointed out with Horton in the backfield, so you're hoping that maybe a linebacker doesn't pick him up. Then you flip it to a receiver who wanted to throw one earlier. This time he got his wish and he got to be able to throw a pass for a first down.
Clock moving. Minute 35, Alabama still in no hurry. 4-man rush. Simpson has plenty of time. Pumps, and now he's going to flush and roll and fire across the middle. And wide open is Williams, who makes that catch over the middle. And he's in Georgia territory at the 45.
But Ryan Williams did such a great job of looking around to see exactly where the defenders were. And he just kind of settled right in the middle in that big kind of open spot there, that window to give his quarterback a chance to make that throw.
Simpson with the rush honing in on him very quickly. Chris Cole making a beeline for the quarterback, affected the play.
Just watch Ryan Williams right here to your right. Watch, he's running his route, not a great route, but watch his head. He kind of looks around, and then he just settles right there. Gives him an easy target to be able to make that throw.
And looks it into the hands without swiveling the head. Williams back in the fold, involved in the stride as a ball carrier and a pass receiver. Alabama again has to be efficient. They have the timeout. The play clock down at 3. Just get it snapped. Simpson dumps it off in traffic. Brooks makes the play, and let's hear Brooks is still running. Poor tackling by the Dogs, and Brooks was free down inside the 25. There was Dalen Everett who couldn't corral a 21-yard gain.
But Ryan Grubb is pulling out all the stops here. I think he expected to be hit. Now he's loose. Missed tackle by Everett. You pointed out that's really his specialty as a boundary corner. And I'll tell you what, they get the ball into the hands of Brooks. He is fun to watch as a true freshman.
You got a balance of Georgia able to kind of slow things down. And a lot of big bodies now will spend a timeout on defense here. Man, this is just...
Seems like we got to wrap up. That's what he just said to Everett.
Just good stuff, Kirk. I mean, we talk about, putting these two teams on the field, and there are high expectations for drama and something that's potentially unforgettable. We saw that last year, and here they are again. Trade blows back and forth, and now another opportunity for Bama to stretch the lead. And Georgia's got to step up on defense.
Well, they have to, because Bama gets the ball again to start the second half. But I do think this is a game that it's just the way these brands are. It's going to be, it's like a heavyweight fight that these two are sitting in the middle of the ring, and they're just taking swings at each other. Neither one's going to back down. They know not just the pride's at stake, they know what's at stake, especially Bama after a loss to Florida State. They feel like this is a must-win kind of game for them. But Georgia does not want to give up a touchdown here. They've got 53 seconds. Got the ball at the 23-yard line. Their whole goal was to disrupt the rhythm of Ty Simpson, and they've not been able to do that very much at all in this first half.
The Metro run game really hasn't worked well so far, but a lot of creativity from Grubb and a lot of playmakers involved, and a very hot point guard so far in Simpson. Miller is the back here. Simpson straight back against the 4-man rush. Again, rolls, fires on the move. Flag down in the secondary as Bernard made the catch. Forced out of bounds inside the 20 and sort the flag out.
It looked like it was a hole in the secondary.
Number 6. Taking on penalty. Not a first down.
Well, Everett missed the tackle, and now he ends up holding Ryan Williams, who was on a route ahead of where the ball went to Bernard, right to the right there. He just gets grabbed and locked up. Good catch by the official. Bad break for Georgia. Bama, forget the field goal. 46 seconds. They moved the ball right down the field.
Right for 62 yards and less than a minute and a half here. Without that timeout to work with.
Looking for that 2-for-1 score here and get the ball to start the second half.
Bernard stacked in the slot to the right, and they move an offensive or a tight end out there. And now Georgia saw that little wrinkle. Cuevas was going to go out. There's going to be 4 guys for Alabama on that right side. And they spend it. Kirby knows this is a crucial part of this game.
Sure is. Ryan Grove, what a job of preparing his quarterback. What a job of mixing up different looks. You're right, they've not been able to run the ball. Only 53 yards running, but because they have a quarterback that's seeing the field so well, they mixed up those looks. I mean, how many different guys has he thrown to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different targets have reception in his first half.
You see, Kirk, a couple of years ago when Grubb was there, they threw it for 336 a game with Milroe. He goes to the Seahawks last year, not in the top 50 in pass offense. Now he comes back, and we're seeing why he and Kellen DeBoer have been linked so closely throughout their careers.
A lot of evidence of success. I think a lot of people panicked after they saw the opener against Florida State and said, what the heck's going on with who's this quarterback, who's the new coordinator? And these last few weeks, seen a very different Alabama offense. Another little wrinkle here. Moving Cam Miller. They go empty. Miller's out to the left.
They got Caden Proctor, the big tackle on the left side. They're going to throw it to him. Big fella. Barreling downhill. Marshalling down near the pylon from nothing.
Oh, I feel so bad for Kyron Jones, the poor safety, 31, that tried to come up and make a tackle. He just dove at his ankles. No chance to bring the big fella down. Watch 31 come up here, Chris. He sees 360 pounds. He just dives, misses. Look at the big fella. Keeping it balanced.
How about we got backs and receivers blocking for the tackle. They're all reversed.
Well, right on cue with Ryan Grove and the wrinkles and the different looks.
First and goal. Without a timeout. Little urgency here. Simpson on the move. He's going to keep it and score. Creative. Efficient. Simpson says, rush now. Alabama stretches the lead before halftime. Another 75-yard drive.
It started with his pregame speech to his team. You can see the Georgia fans, they don't know what to think right now. But everybody better pay attention to Ty Simpson, quarterback at Alabama. This guy's not only a distributor. He may not be Jalen Milroe running around with that kind of speed. But I'll tell you what, if you know the count for him, he's going to make plays with his legs.
No doubt. And add to the list of playmakers, a 360-pound tackle. That was fun. Flag on the PAT. You practice stuff like that? They always work to get plays. Is he dare going to call it against Georgia on the road?
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
I'll tell you who told me they're going to call it. Holly Rose.
She did.
Pregame. She came over with her board and her notes, and she said, hey, just so you know, look out for 74. In practice, they're doing some stuff, throwing the ball. I said, okay, all right.
Holly, by the way, is working WNBA playoffs. Took time out to go to practice down there, Holly.
Leverage, defense, number 94. He's showing the back of the opponent. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. The kick is good.
Holly, you told us about it. I don't know if we're going to show this replay, but I think all of America, there's Jones. Jones is like, what do? I'm just diving. I'll just dive it. I had no shot against 360 pounds. I don't know if he was a running back in Pee Wee. He showed some pretty good instincts here as a big fella running with a football. And then here's the touchdown. Talked about, you got to worry about all these receivers, the different guys going in different directions. He's got an open man there in the back line, but instead goes the easy route and just gets to the corner for the touchdown.
Appreciate your prep, Holly. Really good.
Yeah, it's so cool, too. What's really cool about Caden Proctor's touchdown right there, I was standing at practice with Kalen DeBoer, and he got this sheet from the strength and conditioning staff. Caden Proctor has been on a 9-week weight loss goal, and he achieved that goal on Wednesday. He's down to a stealth 359. They're rewarding the big fella with that nice touchdown run or touchdown catch there. So I thought that was a cool story, too.
Yeah, great.
After 9 weeks, you got to reward him, right? That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah, he sets up the touchdown. It was a rough start for him, okay? He's a road grader as a run blocker. His pass pro was not good against Florida State. He gave up a lot of pressures in that game, right? Had a point to prove, worked hard on trying to clean up some of that stuff. I think he's got size 21 shoes. Those are big feet to get moving.
182.
Kick goes bouncing down there. Branch will be swarmed at the 12-yard line. Again, here's a reminder about this guy who wears the C in his jersey, but he's a first-year starter. Simpson getting his guys ready to go to battle here in this hostile environment.
You say those words and you back it up. It's only 30 minutes, but you back it up. People start paying attention, including guys in your own locker room start paying attention. It's one thing to do it against inferior opponents. You carry that kind of fight onto the road in an SEC game against a rival like this and play like that way.
Yeah, words are awesome. Deeds are better, right, when you back it up. 192 passing yards for Simpson and a rushing touchdown in the first half. Second down there, and Chauncey Bowman is going to be knocked down by Lawson.
I got news for us. This game is far from over. I mean, it's one thing to be hyping up what's going on. We got 30 more minutes, and we know what Georgia does in the second half and how they can fight back. Remember what they did last year in this game when they were trailing at half.
And so many other matchups. It feels like the first half just really sets the stage for the 30 minutes to follow.
Yeah.
Holly?
Well, Coach, your offense is off to a great rhythmic start. What stands out about Ty Simpson's operating this offense?
Yeah, he's doing a great job.